Malena. Have I pronounced your name correctly?
Yes.
I got it.
Hello.
Excellent. Declan and Malena from Plant-Based Me. We're going to be finding out about Plant-Based Me shortly. But first, let's mention the wonderful sponsors of Your Vegan Life, which is Vegan Frothers, cruelty-free clothing, and Scindian natural food products, which you can get all around Australia, gluten-free, GMO-free, soy-free, but not taste-free. They're full of taste. So that's the important thing. And you're supporting a fully vegan company too. Both those companies are fully vegan. Okay, so we want to get straight into it tonight, and I want to find out from you guys not only about Plant-Based Me, but I want to be inspired by your vegan awakening. You're relatively new on the vegan scene, which is fantastic. Even if it's one day, it's just it's awesome. It's a decision made in the right direction. And I note that you became vegan after learning about the impacts that a non-vegan diet has on our health, planet, and other sentient beings. So can you expand on that? Tell us about your vegan journey, when you went vegan, and just take it away. You have the floor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having us.
Yes.
So basically, I guess it's a bit of a long journey in a sense. Like, we started, before we went vegan, we were unconsciously stopping eating animal products here and there. So, like, for example, we had a trip to Bali for 1 month, and we just stopped eating meat. Like, I don't think it was until we came back from Bali that we realized that we hadn't eaten meat for a whole month. But
Wow.
we still consumed like non-vegan ice cream here and there and whatnot. And then it wasn't until a couple months later that we watched the Dominion documentary. And then, whilst eating KFC in bed though. So like, you can see how far we've come from that.
Yeah.
And then I guess from that moment it clicked that we didn't want to participate in that anymore. And in about a week's time, we were completely vegan. In that week, we only had one slip up just from a social setting that we just bought a non-vegan product. But then after that week was over, we were vegan, and that's been us for the last year.
Yeah. After that one slip up, we asked ourselves,
fantastic.
Yeah, after that one slip up, we asked ourselves, why did we eat that? And we just couldn't, we didn't have any reason why we should have eaten that. So we just haven't looked back since. We've kept vegan ever since.
That is awesome. And it was all thanks to Dominion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at that time, it was last year when there was some stuff going on, maybe a little bit of protests going on about the Dominion documentary. So as in the city, people were talking about the Dominion documentary. And by then, the documentary was actually already 1 year old. And I thought it was brand new, but it was already had been out for a year. And then that obviously sparked our attention, and then we watched it.
So how hard did you find it to watch? Because you weren't, a lot of people that watch it are friends of mine that were already vegan, so they sort of know what to expect. Did you know what to expect? Did you find it really confronting?
Oh,
I knew what to expect.
I didn't know what to expect, and it was very, very confronting, especially while eating, chicken KFC.
Yeah.
God, it was, I was taken back, I guess.
Yeah. So you did you have sort of no inkling of what the animal industry was like, the atrocious cruelty involved, or you had some idea previously?
I never thought about it, to be honest. I was so stuck in my own little bubble or world. And when I was a bit younger, I used to do bodybuilding. I was very big into bodybuilding, and I used to eat so much animal product, like nearly a whole chicken a day sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Funny to see how far I've come.
Yeah.
In such a short period of time as well. And,
in that industry, that was, of course, it's changing now all the time, but in that industry, that's a common myth, isn't it? That you need the animal products.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I was 16 when I started. And, I read online, eat a chicken or something. And so, silly me, I go and buy a chicken and eat a chicken a day.
Okay, so you were doing that, and you're relatively young, so you're getting away with it. As you age, it becomes harder and harder to still stay fit and not suffer the consequences of the poisons that you're putting into your body. In the last year, now that you've gone vegan, what health changes have you noticed?
Wow.
For you personally, what have you experience?
I guess. Well, first of all, I can taste food more. That might sound funny, but I can just taste food, and I don't know. I still add salt, but a lot less salt than I used to. But I do love myself. But yeah, I just feel healthier overall. I mean, everyone says, I feel healthy. I'm sleeping better. I think I do feel healthier, and I just feel like a weight off my shoulders in general, I think.
Thank you for answering a question I was about to ask you. Yeah, just a lightness in knowing that you've done the right thing. Is that what you're saying?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Almost like a spiritual sort of, it's like I'm not killing animals, so I'm more likely to go to heaven sort of feeling.
That far, maybe.
Sorry, I put words into your mouth there. So you've been vegan a year. What in this short space of time, but actually in that short space of time, collectively you've saved probably about 700 animals.
Wow.
Which is fantastic. Not to mention the amount of water, land, the environment, the pollution, all the things that have helped there. What so far has been the highlight of this last year in being vegan?
I think there's so many, but obviously one would have to be health. Like we had our blood test done. Maybe the last one was about 6 months ago. So 6 months into our vegan journey, and everything was perfect. Like the doctor said to us, Declan, you're such a healthy man. Your blood tests are perfect. And then mine were pretty perfect as well. But the only thing I had was mildly high iron. So they're like, are you crazy? Like, what's going on? You're supposed to be sick. And I was like, what?
And the doctor was confused. He's like, why do you have high iron? And why are you healthy?
Yeah, then he was very like it was just so strange to him because he was on like cholesterol tablets and then liver tablets for his cholesterol. And
wow.
Like, go vegan.
We didn't say that.
No, we didn't say that, but we thought it.
Maybe next time if you see the same doctor, you can wear some vegan t-shirts.
Yeah.
We'll get some there for you actually. Get a mug.
That's right. Go in and like I do, walk in and just drinking from a vegan life mug.
I think another thing would have to be being more conscious about purchases. Like that's a big highlight for me because I never used to think about anything I bought. So now literally every decision I make in my life or any purchase I make, I know that it will affect someone else or something or the planet. So a highlight for me would be knowing that what I'm spending my money on or what I'm doing is not trying not to contribute to anything detrimental to anyone or anything.
Every choice we make has an reaction, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing because that is moving out of a selfish lifestyle into a responsible, holistic lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and just being aware that we can't just do what we want to do and not pay consequences.
Yeah.
So that's I love hearing that. That alone is so inspiring when I hear people making that realization. So going back to Dominion, a documentary, have you watched others since then? What about Game Changers or something like that?
Yeah. So actually, before watching Dominion, I had seen I think Earthlings, Cowspiracy, like a couple of other ones. But I was actually vegetarian prior to going. A couple of years before going vegan. I was vegetarian for 3 years, like during my high school, but I never knew why I went vegetarian. Maybe it was because I watched Earthlings, but I can't think about back to that time why I went vegetarian.
I think you just had awareness.
Yeah, I think that was it. And then between being vegetarian and going vegan, I did consume animal products for about a year. But then we watched Dominion and it clicked again.
And it clicked again, yeah. So that's good.
And you just click and you just have that realization one day. Like even after Dominions, I was confused for a while. And then one day it just clicked and I was like, hang on, this is actually, I believe this is the right thing,
Yeah. That inner voice coming through.
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind anymore because I believe that.
Beautiful. So we're gonna start talking about plant-based meat in a moment, but I wanted to ask you what you think about the vegan awareness that's happening in the world because it is changing like on a daily basis.
Yes.
Yep, for sure. Well, in the before actually.
Yeah. Well, in the time that you've been in vegan, you've seen some changes, haven't you?
Yes, actually, like day-to-day life, even just going to the supermarket from the day we first went vegan to now, there's so many options.
Plant-based options, yeah.
Maybe not necessarily healthy options, but plant-based options.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. They're not necessarily healthy, but I like to think that they're healthier than the animal version.
Yeah.
Certainly 100% healthier for the animal.
Maybe find that.
and also it's the fact that the products are on the shelf is an indication of the size of the market.
Yeah.
Which straight away tells us that there is a lot of growth in vegan awareness. Otherwise, the market wouldn't exist.
Exactly
Supply and
right.
demand.
Yeah, that's right. So, talking about that, actually, I want to ask you your thoughts on this. That a lot of non-vegan businesses are cashing in on this. In fact, that's possibly the biggest growth areas is non-vegan businesses cashing in with vegan products. And they're bringing out, like, well, I won't mention names, but there's many well-known local and worldwide names that have just gone, they often call it plant-based. Here's our plant-based version of what you've been eating, for decades previously. And it still amazes me every day when I see this pop up. I go, wow, another company has embraced the market. This is incredible. What's your opinion? What's your thoughts about that when a non-vegan business cashes in on it?
Well, it's funny. I think like when a fast food restaurant brings out a vegan burger or plant-based burger, I think it's great from an awareness point of view. But at Plant-Based Me, we don't promote. We promote health and wellness as well as veganism. So it's not something we look at as part of Plant-Based Me. But I think in general, it's great for awareness.
Okay. And what about one other question before we get into talking about plant-based meat is, do you feel it's better to support fully vegan businesses, and give them the shout out rather than somebody that's just jumped on the bandwagon with their vegan product from their non-vegan business?
For the most part, yes. I believe it's like great to support 100% vegan businesses, but like we said, some vegan businesses aren't necessarily healthy. So we're trying to find the ones that promote a holistic living and veganism at the same time. So a good example is, let's say, like the Mind Body Spirit Expo, I believe it is, or something like a wellness retreat. If it's not 100% vegan, but it's at least vegetarian with a 50%, let's say, vegan options, but it's promoting healthy living, holistic living, wellness, and basically opening up people's minds, then that's something that we look into and we try to promote.
Right, yeah. Okay, so plant-based me. I want to find out what plant-based me is all about. I've got down here that it's an all-in-one place to everything vegan.
Yes.
So tell me what is plant-based me about, and what is it? How did it come about? Let's start with that.
Yeah. So Plant-Based Me is a business management software aimed at the growth of vegan businesses and ensuring they thrive in the industry. But on the other hand, it's also a place for the vegan community to find all their vegan needs all in one place, because sometimes it can be really hard to find a vegan cafe that you want to go to or find a vegan clothing store. You don't want to be searching the web endlessly for hours on end to find something that you need. So we wanted to make like a collective place that the vegan community knows, like, that's the source I need to use to find what I need. And it works hand in hand with the public and vegan businesses. So we're not alone on this project. We've actually got two joint venture partners, Colin and Siobhan, and basically they own a group of directories, and they came to us with the idea of starting a vegan business directory. So that basically solved our problem of not wanting to work the 9 to 5, because that was something that from the beginning, and since we had met them, that we were like, no, that's not for us. We want to own our own business and we want to help and we want to travel, and they basically solved that problem for us. And now that we have this platform, it's just just makes everything so much more better as well.
I think one of our goals is we want to leave the world in a better place than we were brought into.
Beautiful. Imagine if everyone did that.
It'd be amazing.
Well, the future would be guaranteed to be, something we'd want to step into without fear and trepidation, like the future that we sort of look at now and we go, wow, what's it going to be like?
Yeah.
So, so it was. I want to find out how do vegan businesses get involved in plant-based meat? Like, what is it offering to them? It's a directory.
Yeah. So right now, during these unprecedented times, like what we're going through in the world, we want to do our part in helping businesses by offering free lifetime memberships. So before, for businesses, we would offer a listing, which gives you detailed analytics. So like focus time, click-through rates, all that kind of stuff. And you also get to use the booking system, run events, create coupon codes, and much more. But now we're offering, because of what's happening, we would like to offer that to all vegan businesses worldwide for free. And that's what we're doing right now. And that's our big focus, just getting the word out there that we're here to help, we're here to stay, and we just want to, we're not going anywhere.
I like that. That's good. That's an excellent offer. I think that's fantastic. In fact, I should just mention there that I'll be linking both your website and your Facebook page. I'll be linking it into the live stream once we're finished. So that you've got Instagram as well, of course. So But what is is there a preferred platform for people to access plant-based meat? Is it better to go through the website?
Yeah. So to create your listing, you'll have to go through the website, which is just plantbasedmeat.co.
Yep.
And we'll provide a coupon code for you it'll be free 2020 for your lifetime membership. And we'll put that on our Facebook and Instagram. We'll post that everywhere.
Excellent. Okay. So if I'm a customer or a client or something like that looking for a particular type of vegan business, talk me through how I use plant-based meat to do that.
Sure. So if you're just like general vegan public and you're looking for, let's say, a vegan cafe on the Gold Coast.
I can't imagine I'd ever need that.
So you'd head on to plantbasedmeat.co, and we've got a search function. So you can pop in like a cafe, or you can put in your current location or search a location you're going to. And then you hit search and it'll come up with options in that area.
Yeah.
And then filters on there that you can click and use as well, if you're trying to find something more specific.
I'm actually pretty sure that I can link in, if I'm really clever here, I'm going to be able to link it into the live stream right now as we're streaming. Let's just pop it in there, and that will come up. There we go. So let's pop that up in the live stream. So it's come, and it's actually, it says plant-based me, the world's #1 vegan directory. So that's in there. Done. So people watching live now, you can access that. You can access it after the live stream, because then you'll miss the live stream if you click on that now. But I'll also, it'll also be linked in when we do the YouTube video on that as well.
Fantastic.
So okay, I can get listings of what sort of vegan businesses are we talking about that I can get listings of from there? What can I find? Find anything vegan. It says here.
So, you can find cafes, restaurants, activities, places to stay, resorts, retreats.
Like wellness retreats, yoga retreats.
With an emphasis on being holistically vegan. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So does that mean, I can't say, I was going to say, does that mean if I want a junk food vegan place, I won't find it, or it'll be further down the list? Or
it's not something that we want to, I should say that we want to promote health and well-being.
Yeah.
So
that's our goal.
Good. Yeah. No, that's fine. I can personally relate to that, and I think that's the best for everyone involved.
Yeah,
definitely. So I just having a look here, and so vegan and wellness stores and activities near you, yes, and ethical clothing stores, holistic lifestyle events, etc. And excellent. And I see some of my favourite places there come up. Loving Hut is there. Matcha Milk Bar, which I've never, I've heard of. I've heard it's pretty good, actually. So, and the Cruelty Free Shop, another great place. So there's a couple of places there that I'm familiar with. So that's awesome. So where?
I was going to say, if you ever go to Matcha Milk Bar or anywhere, leave a review
for them,
for everyone else who's next to come.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, good idea. So where to from here?
Well, it's just right now. Obviously, we're just trying to we want to get everyone on board, and we just want to help everyone and make sure, like, right now is not the time to stick our head in the sand. We want to be able to keep your businesses running for the vegan community, for yourself, for your passion, and it's just very important that we keep moving.
Yeah,
you know, because we're all in it together. It's just about supporting each other. And on that note, we also have another offer from one of our co-founders, Colin. He actually owns the Business Institute, which is a platform with lots of different courses. So basically, it's just to help support your business and improve your business and professional skills. And it's over $10,000 worth of practical business course materials that we're giving away for $1 per course.
That's, I could almost afford that myself.
Yes.
That's excellent. I will get you to put a link to that. If not now, you could do it after the live stream. You could probably put it in the comments, and that if
good idea.
Yeah, that's great. And thank you to Colin, wasn't it? For
thanks, Colin.
Yeah, thank you, Colin. For those that are only going to be listening to this on the podcast, you missed me looking all around the room. Anyway, so what message would you like to send out to people that are listening to this, either directly now on the live stream or later on YouTube or on podcast?
I think just in these times to stay positive and to stick together and help those in need, really.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. And what was that, Melanie?
And just to live kindly.
Yes, that's beautiful. So is there anything else you'd like to share about plant-based meat, or we covered everything there?
We've covered most things in terms of plant-based meat. Do you want to share anything else, Dick?
Make sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, like Harry.
Everybody likes Harry. Well, I think we've covered what we needed to cover for tonight, and I want to thank you so much for being on episode 5 of Your Vegan Life.
Thank you for having us.
And I also want to thank you for creating this directory, Plant-Based Me, and giving people an opportunity to just go to one place to find everything holistically vegan. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, thank you.
So I wish you well. I hope it goes well. And I want to thank everybody that's been watching. I can see there's been quite a few people on there. And yes, this episode will be on YouTube probably tonight, and also on podcast probably tonight as well if I get myself organised. And thank you so much, guys, for being on.
Thank you so much, Harry. And
I will be back in 2 weeks' time. And so we'll have to see who my guest is then. So in the meantime, you know what we've been practicing, really. Look at that. live vegan, save lives and live vegan, and I can't even remember my own saying. Go on, what is it? Live vegan and save lives. That's what it is. Okay.
Well, thank you again, Harry.
And on that clumsy note, thanks, guys, and good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.